now, right? The guys are practiced a little bit, but it seems like a game so far away. Is it kind of getting the blind situation with guys in?
I don't think so. No, I mean, these guys have been really intentional about getting better, and it's not like a repeat of the same words every day. You're moving into situational football and 2-minute drills and into game situations and special things with special teams. So there's not a lot of monotony in the learning. The routine can be, but when you're changing up the learning, you're changing up the guys that are speaking to them. Our staff all gets a chance to speak. And Coach McNeil talked last night to the team. So they get different messaging every day, and I think that helps. You're trying to not just get them ready for a game physically. There's a lot of mental capacity that you have to push and try to get them to be able to focus, with that stress that's going on from the learning side.
What did you learn about the team during the scrimmage, seeing them under the lights?
We didn't
or at least in the stadium, at least.
We were actually in here during the hurricane, so it was good to see the finish of plays. I mean, that's the biggest thing is where are we at tackling, where are we at breaking tackles, where are we at with contact catches. We got a full ref crew there, so your penalties and where do you need to clean things up. So there's a lot of things in that first scrimmage that hopefully tomorrow we will be in the stadium under the lights, that you'll get to see improvement in the areas that we didn't do well the week prior. And guys, the biggest goal coming out of that scrimmage was 7 days later we play again, let's be better, and show those signs of improvement.
Is it the next? Really highly of Duke Scott at the signing day press conference. What have you seen from him so far?
Really consistent, ahead of the curve mentally. Really strong runner, hard to tackle, low to the ground, and catches the ball better than we saw in high school. So he's a really good receiver out of the backfield so far too. A quick learner, and he's very consistent. For a young guy to come in and be the same guy in practice every day is hard. It's just a different pace of everything. And so he's done a really nice job integrating into the needs and the wants of what the coaches have for those guys in that position room.
We're going to get a chance to talk to David Van here a little bit. What's an extra year back here? How does that help? He could have gone last year. How does an extra year stay healthy possible?
There's a lot of things. I think you start with where can you get better. And when you're having that discussion with a guy that's deciding come back or go pro, and there were things that he wanted to work on in his mental game. There were things in his stamina game he wanted to work on. There was production. He wanted to have more production to move himself up in the sack game. And so some of that's technique. Some of that is what he does wellness-wise away from here. He's got a really good routine. Similar to what Bradley Chubb was like. These guys that are really good D linemen, sometimes their temper can control them, and you want to control it. And so learning how to have that mentality of to be the best me every play, and it doesn't matter what else is going on, and have that stamina mentally and physically. Davin's worked really hard on that, and we've seen great strides from him as a leader because of that.
CJ Bailey's another young guy that's probably has a lot of talent for the future. How's he been looking this time?
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He has learning moments like you'd expect out there, but he's got a lot of charisma. He's very positive. He enjoys playing football. He enjoys studying football. He's a good teammate, and he's got arm talent. And so now it's just getting him the reps and situations and soaking him as much as we can. And he's done a good job. His progress from day one to now is you really can't quantify it. He's gotten a lot better.
I saw that you moved Colin Smith into the place kicker position, at least on the roster. How are you feeling just about the specialists at kicking and after losing Joe Shipko at long snap?
Yeah, Colin's always been a place kicker, but he's our starting kickoff guy. He's a backup to Canoa as far as our place kicker goes.
Okay.
There's been a good competition between Aiden Arias and Jake Mann for the long snapper, and that's continuing as we go. We feel like we have two really good snappers right now. Tomorrow will be an important day for those guys in the stadium, but we like where we're at, in the specialist room, and Nooncaster's done a really good job playing the football. So there's high standards in that room. As you guys know, we've had a lot of talented specialists, and so they know coming in there it's their job to continue that, and not let that standard drop. And so done a nice job.
Is this your deepest group of kick returners?
I don't know. We haven't even returned a kick in a game, so there's a lot of guys that can run around here, but game day is different.
What have you seen from the left guard competition? Obviously,
Yeah.
Matt McCabe earlier this.
We're excited about Matt McCabe. He's done a good job, and Anthony Carter, who's got a lot of game reps. Those two guys will both be able to play for us in there, and it's been a good competition. It's back and forth. You don't see a lot of drop off either way. They both do good things. They both do things they need to get better at. But I like where both of them are at. They've worked hard in the off season to get better.
You mentioned.
Coach, how's the health of the team so far?
What's that?
How's the health?
Good. Yeah. Knock on wood. You know, just little things. I like to keep it that way. But yeah, there's a few guys that are bumps and bruises, but nothing that you worry about. Go ahead.
Last question.
Go ahead.
You just mentioned the message from Coach McNeil. We've seen the interaction. We've been at practices, or they put out videos. Just the interaction between him and the players. Just what has his presence meant to this team?
Yeah, I mean, I told the team this last night. Like, we're so fortunate to have him here. He's a national treasure, in my opinion, and in many ways, coaching knowledge, the way he just treats people, his humanity, his love, you know, for people in general, not just players and coaches, but he's a great human being, and his loyalty, you know, he wants to help people, and it's personal to him. And, you know, I love being around him. It's so awesome for me just to be able to go into his office every day and sit on the couch and talk, whether we're talking about life, talking about our dads. So our dads both passed away, you know, in the last few years, talking about the players, talking about the coaches, talking about the opponent, talking about our families. Like, it's awesome to have that. It's like being in Grandpa's house, you know. I mean, I love Ruff and McNeil, and I'm so thankful that I get to work with him every day.